Hello and welcome, I am Patchworth, your game clown, once again, and I am not looking forward to this episode. Oh boy. It's Awesomenauts tutorial, and we are playing with Yuri, one of the original 6 Awesomenauts, and one that I am particularly bad with. Yuri is one of those characters that has had kind of a up and down sort of relationship with the other Awesomenauts. He's ranged from really overpowered to really underpowered, and I'm sure there's some kind of strategy with him. There was one back before we had Ayla, who was also able to fly, because originally he was the only Awesomenauts that you could have pretty much permanently flying. Oh, actually, it was Vinny and Spike that first unthroned him. But he is sort of a flying support character who is also decent with crowd control. And I don't know, man. There's not really much else to say about him. He's interesting, but I just don't know how much I'm going to be able to really tell you how to, pro play him. But let's just start off with the skins and show you what we've got. The original Awesomenaut, of course. The cosmonaut outfit, which is pretty cool. And then the 007 super spy. The man with the banana gun. Pretty funny. I never bothered. So we'll just go with the regular one. Okay, and as you see, I did have a chance to play him, so a little bit of this is set up. Not too terribly much. I'm still fairly low in all this, as you can see. Yuri, as I said, does not have a jump. He has a fly, so once you press the up button, you are skyward, and you will not descend or walk along the ground until you go, all the way down and touch the ground. So he moves slightly faster doing that, I believe, but the advantages of being in the air pretty much without effort outweighs anything that you can do on the ground necessarily. But the usual standard power pills, the Medican, Space Air Max, which increases the air movement speed, or just movement speed, Solar Tree, Piggy Bank, and Baby Curry Mammoth. I just went Piggy Bank because, you know what, I'll just go up here because the Solar Tree, as you can see, does increase the solar you get every minute, and since a lot of the time you spend is in the air, it's a good chance for you to earn money while pretty much just laying down mines and causing problems for people. He has his laser is an attack. His attack is a laser. And the laser is pretty interesting because it does pass through enemies, and when it comes across a surface, it will actually bounce off and angle itself at 45-degree angles. So you can do some interesting stuff with that. I've got the range, which is also very good with that. The instant charge battery, which increases the attack speed. The resonance amplifier, which increases maximum damage per hit of laser, and the increases the damage per hit for the fly swatter. We have the Hubble lens, which increases the damage per hit of laser, and the Baby Yeti, which adds a slowing effect to your laser, which is pretty cool. We'll just use this layout for right now. The scroll wheel creates a little bubble field around him for temporary, which causes sort of a time rift, which, as you can see, will slow down characters within the actual bubble. And there's a couple of benefits to that. Obviously, it makes them easier to hit with your laser. The Chrono Rift increases the slowing effect of time warp. The regeneration pod, alloy droids, and Awesomenauts inside your time warp are healed over time. So I'm using that, as you can see. This is why he is also a support character, because he can sort of help you. You can help your team with him in a pinch. Just try not to get too close to the action. The Pod Pack Deluxe with Bananas adds lifesteal effect to your laser while Time Warp is active. That's interesting. I don't remember that. Flash forward, allied robots and Awesomenauts inside your Time Warp will move faster and fight faster. Uh, that's pretty cool. There's very few characters that have any kind of speed benefit to them. At least he's the only one that I know of that affects people around them, with the exception of Genji, whose shield will do the same. The space-time continuity device provides debuff immunity while the time war. Really? That's new. I don't think I was using him when I was leveling up before. That does not seem to be the same thing that it used to be. Oh yeah, you know what? That is completely true. They used to have right here. Um, they actually used to have another sort of health benefit. It was like a couple of smaller versions of this, so you could heal yourself up and your team a lot faster. So they must have deemed that a little bit too overpowered. Oh, pardon me. So they must have changed that. And the Time Primer increases the slowing effect of Time Warp. So with these guys, that's 15%. Actually, that's another 15 once you've got it all the way up. So it looks like between these, you can have a total of, 25% more slowed enemies? That could be pretty handy in the right circumstances. And his right-click attack is Mines. He essentially drops mines directly below him, which I'll show you, and the benefits to those are titanium spikes, which increases the damage. The toaster timer increases the longevity of mines. The aerial spring makes the mines bounce up and down. I will actually favor that over damage, just to show you the effect. And no, we'll actually do it this way. So his mine constructor is cooldown, carpet bombs. This one I really wish I could show you guys. It's pretty cool. I will show you it later on. This again is more of a introduction to these characters, so I'm unfortunately not able to show you everything I want to, but I'll do a sort of, after tutorial once I've unlocked everything, and show you some more of the pro tips and whatnot. But essentially it divides them out into smaller mines, and they sort of essentially, they carpet bomb, and they're just sort of all over and very difficult to avoid, but it does decrease the damage and increase the damage of mines. So lots to do with that, but for right now we'll just start with this, and I will show you exactly what to expect. Maybe not exactly what to expect, but at least a primer on what to expect when you're expecting. Okay, Yuri, my friend, leave us go getting your items here. Very good. Okay, we have. Alright, jump! Okay, well, we can't go all the way up there, so we'll just sort of show you a little bit of what he does. We've got our laser. Laser, as you can see, is a constant stream of damage. And he makes that angry monkey face, which is awesome. He, as you can see, the angle sort of moves up. I guess the angle is not 45 degrees. It actually is affected by whatever angle you've got the laser at. So, and it only bounces off one time, so bear that in mind when you're attacking. You've got your time warp. Do the time warp. Dan, 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 dan. Anyway, so yeah, that causes a little bubble around you. Enemies within that purple section right here will slow down. And then, of course, you have your mines, which you drop directly below you, and they just sort of sit here until they explode. Which does take a few minutes. They've got a pretty decent... there we go. So they're not permanent, so bear that in mind. And if you lay too many of them at once, they will actually vanish, much like the weedlings that Gnaw uses. Alright, so boink. Let's hopefully not screw up too badly so I can show you what we're doing. So down we go. You guys can just... And there you can see that the laser... Now, one thing that people used to do back in the day was to just sort of sit up right here above all the action and just sort of drop these mines above the other teams, especially on this level. This is actually the perfect level to encounter this. Oh, darn it. Because they used to just drop that, and the droids would actually just sort of smash into this, and it would allow your team to better attack the turret without having too many droids in the way. And they would just sort of spam it, and, you know, a couple of, like, about a year ago maybe, this would have been a viable way to do it. It also provides a little less escape. Oh, cool! That is one great thing about Yuri, is that he can drop bombs everywhere and just sort of rack in the kills, especially if you have the damage all the way up. Hey, friend. Whoop. Can't kill me. Can't kill me. Na 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 na. Okay. So that's one potential way to go about on this level. Actually, Serona would be another one where you can sort of just, sit right there. If you don't have any other, what's the word I'm looking for? If you don't have any other characters that have flying ability, it might actually be a reasonable strategy to just sort of keep their droids from doing too much damage to your team. But nowadays, there's so many characters that can just easily take out Yuri. It makes him a little bit more tricky to play. So, we'll do the bounce, and I think we'll try to save up for one of the others, which we're going to have hopefully in a little bit. Now, the bouncy mines are kind of cool. Now, the bouncy mines are especially good if you've got the carpet bomb, but as you can see, when you drop this, bloing, causes sort of like a very, very unusual pattern, and it looks like the higher you drop them, the more damage they cause, so... Now, the one thing to remember is when he is attacking, Yuri cannot move. However, one interesting thing about that is that his laser will pick up solar and drag it into him. So that's another way that our stationary friend here, space stationing, oh crap, can actually get a little bit of extra gold. So bear that in mind as well. And you will do just fine, I think. Alright, so we'll go back down here, hopefully maybe kill somebody else. And, wow, look at the size of those things. That's a pretty decent bounce, actually. Just imagine that's just bouncing up and down like that, and you're trying to walk out of your turret, and that thing lands right in your head, not even expecting it. It's not too shabby of a strategy, methinks. But against Clunk, not exactly the most efficient, since he is just so hard to kill. So that's the bouncy mines. I will show you now the time warp, and then we'll do heal. Oh, you know what? And here is a prime example. Alright, friends, Let's move faster. They have sort of like a little bit of a speed boost, as you can see. I believe it used to be that you can increase how long your bubble was out and also the size of the bubble. Yuri's gotten a lot of changes since I last played him, like, seriously, so... Again, I just really... I can't necessarily give you much advice on how to play him since he's changed so much since I originally worked with him. Yeah, sorry guys. I mean, I really wish I could give you a better strategy, but he's not a great... Let me rephrase that. He's not necessarily an easy character to use. He can be devastating in the right hands, but yeah, those hands are not mine, for sure. All right, leave us, hurry, friends. Hurry, into battle! Hurry! Ah. Yeah, I mean, out of all these characters, I'd have to say he has probably had the most changes out of anybody I can think of. Oh! Come on! Oh! Oh, got him! Got him! Got him! Oh, God! Oh! But it is just so handy to be able to go... Oh, look at that! Hey, you can't catch me. Hey, guess what? Nobody can get me up here. No, no, no. Nobody can get me. Definitely an interesting character. A lot of mobility, a lot of chances to cause some damage, like when you're not even on the right screen. Not even on the same screen as some people. Leaving, you know, mines all over here, especially with the carpet bombs, can definitely cause some, you know, real trouble for the opposing team. Come on, friend. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Oh, wow, you move faster, too. And now would be a good time to move faster. Oh, boy. All right. Let's see what else we can do. Let's do the healing. Show you that. I am a little confused that they got rid of the other healing, but I'm not surprised necessarily. Healing characters are few and far between. There's only 3 that I know of that have any real benefit, and I'm excluding Ted in that because the almost got you. Oh, okay. So, now you see when you go to the healing, it actually goes from being oh crap, it actually goes from being purple to green, and that indicates heal. And so you'll notice the difference right away. Man, there's so many strategies I could have told you about with Yuri if he had some of his old loadout, but they changed so much with him. I really am just going to be useless for this. Gotcha. Gotcha, 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 gotcha. Die! Okay. Oh, boy. Yuri, what do I do with you, man? What do I do with you? Alright. And longevity, let's just go with length here. Alright, let's see how far we can actually shoot with this thing now. Bum, dun, 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 dun. So, when you have your laser all decked out like this, a good thing to do with Yuri is to... I'm actually just going to demonstrate on my turret. Just imagine this is blue, or I'm blue. But you can just sort of sit up here and, you know, just sort of zap at it. You know, occasionally drop this while you've got your bots out there. You know, drop this. You know, heal up if anybody starts to get damaged, and just sort of like blast this. And you can actually, of course, shoot the turret while you're also shooting the little droids as well. And if I can demonstrate over here, I will. Oh boy, you guys have really... Uh-oh. Okay, so we do damage. Now let's heal. Heal. Let's not... Okay, we can't heal. Oh boy. Oh boy. No, no. Oh boy. Oh gosh. Oh boy. Yeah, when you actually get knocked off, that is when you go from just sort of like scooting your knees across the floor to actually being on foot again. So that's pretty much the only way you walk is just getting knocked down. Uh, okay. I mean, really, what else? What else to show you here, guys? I mean, there's nothing else to do. Everything else is just sort of, increase the slowing effect, increase the damage, and unless I actually had the carpet bomb here, I'm just really not much else to show you just yet. The carpet bomb is really cool, especially when you've got the bounce, because you sort of create like, just imagine each one of these is a mine, and they just sort of bounce up and down, creating like this just giant field of impassable, deathy death things for deathness sakes. And it's unpleasant to try and skirt that. It causes a lot of damage for turrets and whatnot. Droids rather have a hard time passing through those. So there are occasions when you have two sort of assaulty kind of characters, and you've got your turrets are all down, and they're frequently attacking their base. Yuri, if he's high enough level and can cause enough damage, with his carpet bomb mines and the other things, he can actually defend the base fairly efficiently. So, bear that in mind. Oh, try to escape. Uh-oh. That's screwed up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whoa. Uh-oh. Try and catch me, fellas. Try and catch me. Yeah, there we go. I got him. I got you. And you can just see, just with those 3 mines right there, causing a little bit of a bouncy field of death. Kind of cool. But, yeah, like I said, basically that's just Yuri. Another a way to sort of attack the turrets is to sort of have him up here. Or, oh, yeah, another one, when you're defending, you can create like a sort of bouncy castle of doom. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Almost killed him. But given enough time, or enough bombs, you just sort of drop them off here and they bounce up and down and make it very difficult to escape damage. Let's see if I can actually get... My bots are not helping at all here. Never mind. You get the point. I hope you get the point, because since I can't actually get these bots away from the turrets, it's really difficult to... Actually, let me see if I could demonstrate here. Yeah. You just sort of do this right before the turret gets hit, and it makes like this little impassable path of bouncing mines. And it looks like I can only hold 3 at a time. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. Yuri's an interesting character. If you practice with him and sort of learn how he works, he can be quite good. But honestly, it's just more common to see badly played Yuris than not badly played Yuris. So, but hey, you know what? You practice with one bot long enough, or one Awesomenaut long enough, eventually you'll get good enough. But since we're about to die, I'm going to sign off here, and we'll continue on with this with our next knob. But until then, thanks for watching. I'll leave the Awesomenauts website below in the description, so you can check out more lore, and you'll probably be able to find better strategies and character builds for Yuri on there. Highly recommend checking them out. And if you have any questions, leave them below. Until next time, guys, cheers all!